Yeah, I go from a copyright strike for ridiculous reason to on my last video, one of you pricks out there thumbed my video down. Now, apparently you don't know your ever-flexible, most humble, and incredibly fluid messenger is also very sensitive. Someone's trying to hurt my one feeling. I'm calling you a prick, whoever you are, and I think I got an idea. I'm calling you a prick because, oh, come on, this ain't working out. There we go. You have a right to your opinion, but why don't you leave a comment? And why don't you tell me why you think it's worthy of thumbing down? I don't get it. All right, everyone. It is the 3rd of January, 2021. How is it going for you? The day is coming, I'm telling you, very fast, when we will be wishing it was 2020 all over again, bad as that was. And I see big things in the very near future. How near? Probably by the end of next week. But let's deal with the present, should we? All right, geoengineering.com put out another video. Play a little bit of this, give you a flavor of what's happening, what ain't.
If you think 2020 was difficult, consider what still awaits us will make 2020 pale in comparison. Welcome to 2021. Let's start with this headline. U.S. braces for super COVID tsunami. Fauci warns the 70% more contagious strain, which has brought the UK to its knees, will now rip through America as 2 cases are confirmed in California and Colorado. Now it's up to 3 or 4 cases. They're going to continue to stoke those fires. From that report, Britain is seeing infections and death rates soar as hospitalizations climb to their highest levels on record. Again, this is all the official statements of record at the moment. The report continues. The country on Wednesday recorded its deadliest day since April, with 981 COVID fatalities and 50,000 cases reported. Again, that's the official statements. And this, now the U.S. must try to curb the same mutant strain, which researchers estimate is up to 70% more contagious, we're told. And this, California became the second state on Wednesday to report finding the new strain of the virus after Colorado. And this, from the same headline report. Fauci on Thursday said it is, quote, inevitable. The new COVID strain will spread across the U.S. Warning, quote, you'll be hearing more from other states and more cases in the states that have already reported, end quote. And Fauci always knows what's next on the agenda, doesn't he? Don't forget that. Certainly a headline like that will prompt the public to keep that mask on and to get in line for the warp speed COVID concoction needle.
Yeah, okay, just a little taste from Second Witness, Dane Wingington from geoengineeringwatch.org. Told you so, people. Second Witness there. I think for some of you bottom feeders, the UK he talked about is also known as Great Britain. Yeah, serious lockdowns in Great Britain. Hear about Italy? Lockdown till 2024. Can't make this shit up, people. San Francisco, indefinite lockdown. Canada, they're plotting FEMA camps, what we would call FEMA camps. Going to pick up those infected, or could be infected, or might be infected, or those who tested positive, or might have tested positive from the monoclonal test. And they're going to put you in a safe place so you can't harm your neighbors. We understand that about Canada. Canada's all effed up. We know that. Can't happen here in America, huh? Well, guess what, people? Yes, it can. Because I'm going to just read a little bit of an article here for you. That, oh, come on. What is with this piece of shit computer? Okay, here we go. New York State, it's called Assembly Bill A416. And it's described as, quote, relates to the removal of cases, contacts, and carriers of communicable diseases who are potentially dangerous to public health. Bottom feeders, New York State is part of the USA. Okay, now they're going to remove people that may or could be a danger to public health. They may be endangered, or could be suspected cases. I'm just reading some of the highlights. Or may order the removal and or detention of such a person or a group of such persons by issuing a single order. Such person or group of persons shall be detained in a medical facility or other appropriate facility or premises designated by the governor or his or her delegee. Can't happen in America, huh? Ain't coming home. Chickens ain't coming home to roost here. Now I'm going to try to go to another link, and I don't know why this dirty bastard is causing me nothing but troubles here, but it is. Let's see here. So what could be worse? Yep, taking forever to load this thing. What could be worse than forced lockdowns in FEMA death camps? Well, right here, according to the American Bar Association Journal, the ABA, the alleged licensors of lawyers, and they get the wink from the state Supreme Courts. Yep, no licensed lawyers, people. But we can go into that at a different time. I think I've already covered that. But here's the headline. U.S., that's us, the United States, can kill its own citizens without review when state secrets are involved. DOJ argue lawyers. The DOJ lawyer, what Department of Justice lawyer might that be? Under the Trump administration's Department of Justice, lawyer Bradley Hinshelwood. Yeah. So he's arguing this before the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Criminals in Washington, D.C. Judge Patricia Millett characterized the DOJ's argument as giving the government the ability to, unquote, quote unquote, unilaterally decide to kill U.S. citizens. And she finished that quote with, "Do you appreciate how extraordinary that proposition is? Why not lock you up? Why not kill you? Why not kill you up when they lock you up? Why not make it easy and take you to a death camp? Where they can lock you up for a little bit till they kill you. Hey, how about them guillotines? Remember talking about them? All right, I'm trying to get out of this one here because I want to finish this video. I don't make it too long. I've got to take a top secret mission about 20 miles north of here real soon in about an hour. This is a disgusting article. Let's see if it comes out. Oh, it did come up. You guys remember a man named Shad Sullivan? He was a Texas rancher. He released a video back in April 2020 and discussing how the U.S. farmers, now this is April of 2020, discussing how U.S. farmers are being forced to dump the food supply, plowing under vegetable crops, euthanizing millions of chickens, aborting sows, and burying feeder pigs, and dumping milk by the hundreds of thousands of gallons. You remember that? I think I had a picture of the guy that was plowing under all those onions. Well, he says now that officials from the U.S. Department of Agriculture are also preparing farmer ranchers to depopulate cattle that are ready to harvest due to a bottleneck created by the effects of the monocorona and the logistics therein. Yet, while preparing U.S. cattle ranchers to cull their herds, we talked about culling the herd, people. Doesn't matter if it's cattle. Doesn't matter if it's chickens that don't lay eggs. People get culled too. So said the DOJ lawyer. We want to cull them. The U.S. is actively importing beef from other countries. You guys take this sitting down. I can't believe it. The first shipment of beef from Namibia, for instance, arrived in the U.S. in April 2020, prompting Sullivan to ask, am I the only one that sees a problem in this? That's amazing. I want to scroll down here and tell you what part of the problem is. 4 companies control 85% of the beef cattle supply chain. And due to allowance of acquisitions and mergers, 4 companies, Tyson, Cargill, JBS, and National Beef, which is owned by Marfrig Global Foods, control the majority of the U.S. beef supply. These companies are multinational corporations that act as processors of distributors of beef. Decades ago, according to Sullivan, there may have been 800 different processors of beef, where now there are only 4. Starting to see the problem there? They took control of the entire industry. Just scrolling around, okay. The original, now listen to this part. This is a gotcha moment here. Product of the USA doesn't mean it's from the US. The original country of origin labeling, COOL rule, which was approved in 2002 and took effect in 2008, required the country of origin to be listed on meat labels. In 2013, the COOL rule was improved, and meat packages were supposed to be required to label where the animal that provided your meat was born, raised, and slaughtered. At the time, industrial meat producers like Tyson, Cargill, and National Cattlemen's Beef Association were among those who spoke out against the rule, calling it unnecessarily costly and short-sighted, while fearing it would shrink demand for imported meat. Why would you want to cull your herds and import meat from other countries? It's insanity. Unfortunately for U.S. consumers seeking greater transparency in their food sources, the meat giants needn't have worried because global dictators stepped in and essentially told consumers they don't have their right to know. Yeah, In 2015, the World Trade Organization ruled U.S. law requiring cool labels on meat was illegal, as it discriminated against the poor Canadian Mexican meat companies. Oh, I'm going to break out in tears. And gave an advantage to U.S. meat producers. By removing cool, multinational companies are allowed to pass off imported meat as U.S. raised, while U.S. farmers suffer. Now you ask, how is that possible? Well, here we go. Next paragraph. As long as it's processed in a U.S. facility, remember the big four, it can be labeled product of USA, even if that processing involves nothing more than unwrapping and rewrapping the package or cutting a piece of meat into smaller pieces. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association, people, not your friends. Friends of the globalists. All right, I'm going to get out of this and see where we're at on the time. Oh, yeah, ran long. 10 minutes, 50 seconds, and counting. Anyway, people, welcome to 2021. I swear, I say it again. I cut it in stone a couple of videos ago. The day's coming. Very soon, I fear, when we're going to be wishing, God damn it, it'd be nice if it was 2020 all over again. All right, people. You guys enjoy the dark winter. Because you know what? I got stuff to do. I'm going to get stuff done here in about an hour. Okay, next video. We'll talk to you then.